Welcome to our presentation. We are Group 7 and today we're going to present you the retail heat maps. So heat maps are an analytical tool used in retail to visualize and analyze customer behavior patterns within a store. Retailers use heat maps to understand how customers move through a store, what areas they spend most time in, and which products or displays attract the most attention. Heat maps are created using sensors and cameras placed throughout the stores that track customer movements and behavior. The data collected from these sensors is then analyzed and visualized using color-coded maps, with warmer colors indicating high levels of activity or interest, and cooler color indicated lower ones. By analyzing heat maps, retailers can identify areas of their store that are underperforming and make data-driven decisions about how to optimize their layout and product placement. Overall, heat maps provide retailers with valuable insights into customers' behaviors and preferences, allowing them to make data-driven decisions that can improve the overall customer experience and increase sales.
If you can't track them while they shop, customers might as well be invisible.
There I am, trying on
You are in that
sunglasses.
screen.
Prism figured out how to use security cameras to capture shoppers' motions, what they touched, which way they entered, and which areas they like most.
Is red good or bad?
Red is busy. The same way that Amazon or all these big online guys understand their customers through what they do and what they click and what they go on, the retailers need to understand that as well. So we give that same kind of data.
There's about 25 things on this table. How do you know what people are picking up?
So when you're looking at the map, it will give you a sense, right, of where the most action is. So kind of look at that, then pull the SKUs here, look at sales and say, you know what, this journal's not selling and maybe it's because this sign is right in front of it. So I think we might have to play a little bit of retail Tetris.
Retailers can access Prism's platform in real time, which helps them make quick adjustments to a store's layout or placement and price of an item.
So now we're going to talk about one of the examples that we found that was very interesting on Sephora and on its beauty retail stores, and how they use the AlgoVision software video analytics to analyze their customer behavior. So Sephora has been very laser focused on inventing new ways of making the beauty shopping journey more fun and engaging with their customers. And therefore using AlgoVision was a great tool to understand that. So through heat maps, footfall statistics, queue length, waiting times, customer hotspots, Sephora was able to optimize the store layout by changing the product placement and improving the customer experience, therefore increasing sales. Sephora has added to its stores some beauty stations, such as iPads, virtual tours, very digitally enabled services, and through heat maps, it was able to understand if the clients were navigating towards those areas of the stores, staying for long, or if it was just a touch and go, and then allowing them to understand what was working and not. So AlgoVision Video Analytics has helped Sephora understand their customers and improve the in-stores experience, leading to customer satisfaction. So Sephora is only one example of those many companies that have used this software, and we're going to add another insert of another company that has done it and it has worked very effectively.
Retail heatmap technology can help retailers to monitor the functionality of the store and thus observe their customers' behavior. Many retailers such as Samsonite, ATU Duty Free, and Sephora have already used this kind of technology to analyze in-store activities, play with layouts, and test new merchandising strategies. So, what exactly can it help? Heatmap technology can help retailers to keep track of what customers like and ignore. They analyze the best sites to place advertising, identify the performances of a specific product or range of products, detect flaws in the design and product organization at the store, and thus carry out A/B tests with different products in the same location. Here there are some best heatmap software tools recommendation. They are SmartLook, MooseFlow, Hotgel, Content Square. Welcome and feel free to use this kind of technology in your stores.
So we will now talk about the benefits of retail heat maps and the benefits that companies can have using this technology. So there are four main benefits, and the first benefit is the performance measurement. For instance, companies such as Samsonite, thanks to heat maps, are able to compare business locations, regions, and hours, and understand why some of their stores are achieving their objectives and some are just falling behind. The second benefit is the understanding of the market. For instance, companies such as Sephora are able to identify customers and the way to reach them to track them in their shops. And they're also able to analyze the potential new markets, which is a tremendous advantage compared to other companies. The third advantage and the third benefit is the uncovering of hidden trends. For instance, companies such as ATU Duty Free are able to visualize data and identify trends, but also to know why and how certain items perform, and then have a better and smarter inventory management. And finally, companies such as LV are able to improve their decision making thanks to the use of this technology and have a better understanding of the business and make better and smarter decisions concerning their staff management or advertising. They are also able to have a better space design in their shops, which is a tremendous advantage compared to other shops. So these are the four main benefits that companies can have using heat maps in their strategy. And these benefits can be really tremendous in terms of profit, but also in terms of management.
For all of its potential benefits, there are also some limitations that make implementing and applying complicated. The first limitation is costly in-store hardware. All the most heat map providers don't list the pricing on their websites. RetailNext estimates that installation for a relatively small store would cost about $1,000 to $2,000, and that the annual subscribing fees would be an additional $1,000 to $2,000 as well. In a chain with hundreds of stores, this would quickly add up, and the implementation will also take time. Another limitation is there is no clear cost to action. In order to make a store heat map effective, there are some questions needed to be answered, like how often does someone need to analyze the store heat map data in order to make it effective, and what's an adequate sample size in terms of information, and how to make the right changes based on the information receiving on an ongoing basis. The third limitation is the data isn't black and white. While store heat map can offer a level of insight that had previously been unattainable, the data itself is really only surface level. While helpful, the insights give no information about the demographic makeup of a store about which the heat map is collecting data. Then, despite having an understanding of foot traffic and how people engage with layout and merchandise, you can't be sure you have even talking about the target audience.
So to conclude our presentation, we thought it might be interesting to ask our peers what they thought about heat maps. We wanted to ask them if they knew what it was, if they knew that it was used in stores, and what they thought about heat maps in general. So the first question that we asked was if they knew about it, if they knew what it was, and a lot of people unsurprisingly said they didn't, but more people knew that they were used in stores. What we wanted to know really was if they thought that this tool was something that they would be okay with, because there's a lot of criticism around it. It is a 50-50 result, so we don't really know, although maybe some people answered they were okay with it without knowing what it was, or vice versa. And finally, we asked kind of a trick question, questioning them on whether they look for the products for a long time. For example, if they find themselves lost in stores, and that is one of the benefits that heat maps can bring. So obviously this will tell us how stores will need to implement it and if it is a great benefit for them. And then that's it. Thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate.